been looking around our classroom at the different materials that things are made of. We looked at plastic and wood, and we sorted rough and smooth things. And today I'm looking at paper. A paper plate, paper towels, crepe paper and card. I've got bumpy paper that is used for our borders to go around our displays. I've got kitchen roll, and even this box of straws. The box is made out of card, which is paper, and this box even has a paper or card lid on it. I wonder if I can get it out. How useful it is. Paper. So I've got a book here, and we're going to find out a little bit more about paper. Even the book pages are made out of paper. Quite amazing. Here is the title, Paper, and the author, Claire Llewellyn. And right at the beginning, you know what we have? A contents page that tells us all about the different things that are in this book, with the page next to it where I can find it. Let's have a look. Paper is a very useful material. It is used to make all kinds of things. Kitchen roll, writing paper, banknotes, even our money is made out of paper. Paper bags and cups, paper plates and tissues, magazines and books. Can you think of anything else that's made out of paper? There are lots of things. All kinds of paper. There are many kinds of paper. Each one has its own look and feel. Wrapping paper. This looks shiny and will feel smooth. Tissue paper. Often tissue paper is used to wrap around things, even when you're packing up boxes and you don't want things to break. Brown paper. Brown paper is used to wrap parcels when you put them in the post, and it makes the post person be able to see the name and address really easily. Much easier to read than on a piece of patterned paper. Wallpaper. We often decorate our houses, don't we, with wallpaper, and you can get all sorts of patterns printed on them. Newspaper. We've got toilet paper here, and crepe paper, drawing paper, and baking paper. This paper here you can put on the bottom of your cooking tins when you make cakes or biscuits. What do we use all these papers for? Which paper on here do you think is the softest? I think it's probably the toilet paper, isn't it? I don't think we'd want to wipe our bottoms on paper like that. That would be really rough and uncomfortable. Which one do you think's the strongest? I think our wallpaper's quite strong, isn't it? We wouldn't decorate our houses with toilet paper. We can write on paper. Paper is very smooth. Paper is easy to write on and easy to paint on. So we can get a piece of paper and we can write on it. And in a bit I'm going to show you how we can write on card. Machines can print on paper too. So you can see here this printer is printing pictures onto paper. But we can't write on all paper. What happens when you write on soft paper with a felt tip? Well, let's have a look. I've got a piece of paper towel, and I'm going to try to write on it with this felt tip. Oops! My felt tip's gone straight through it. Look, it's made a hole. That's not the best paper to write on. To write on paper towel or toilet paper, I'd have to be really, really careful, or my felt tip would go through, wouldn't it? Paper is strong. Some paper is very strong, and we can use it to pack and protect things. If you think about an egg box, eggs could break really, really easily, but that strong paper made into card, which is just lots and lots of layers of paper, can protect those eggs and mean they don't break. The sugar is wrapped in paper, and the flour, we would want paper to be strong because we wouldn't want flour and sugar all over our cars, would we, in our cupboards? And these cornflakes, they could easily break into tiny bits, but that packaging is so strong that it can keep them all in there. A strong cardboard box is always useful. So look at all the things that can be kept in that paper cardboard box. And I think about this box here, and it is strong. And if I actually open the box and look at how it is made, down the sides of it there, you can see that it's got lots and lots of layers put together. And not only that, but the paper card is called corrugated card. It feels slightly bumpy, a bit like this is corrugated. There are several layers to this paper that make it, give it a texture. I can probably peel them apart for you to see. Look, underneath there, it is bumpy. It's called corrugated, and those bumps make it even stronger. It's paper, but look, I'm actually pulling really hard and I can't pull it apart. That corrugated makes it even stronger. This box, it's strong. I can't pull it apart. Did you know that paper could be that strong? Some things break really easily, so soft paper helps protect them. So we could even wrap up a cup with paper, such as this crepe paper. We could wrap it to protect it and stop it from breaking when it's packaged into a box. People use paper a lot when they're moving houses, and they wrap up all their glasses in paper, often in newspaper, and put them into a box, and it keeps them safe. Paper soaks up water. Some paper is soft and soaks up water. We can use it and then throw it away. We use paper tissues to blow our noses. We use kitchen roll to wipe up a spill. And I have got a little drop of water in here. And if I pour it onto the side, like that, I can use paper to mop it up. There we are, all gone. Paper can mop up a spill. Not all paper, though, will soak up water. If I poured water again onto here, like that, could I mop it up with a paper plate? No, it's still there. I can't mop it up with a plate. I can't mop it up with a cardboard box. So not all paper will mop it up, but the paper towel will do. Not all paper can actually hold a drink. That cup can actually hold a drink. I don't think I could pour a drink into this paper and drink from it, but I could with a paper cup. And it's been coated on the outside to make it waterproof. And paper nappies help to keep baby dry. Paper is made from wood. Isn't that amazing? The wood that is on the top of this water tray could be made into paper. And the wood comes from trees. And it's a natural material. Natural means it comes from nature and not by people. People can grow trees for making paper in forests, and lots of trees like that are grown for paper are called a plantation. The trees are cut into logs and taken to a paper mill. That's like a factory used to make paper. And at the paper mill, the logs are cut into tiny bits and then they're made into paper. They're mixed with water, and this makes a soggy pulp. It looks a little bit like porridge, doesn't it? The pulp is spread onto a long flat sheet. It's really thin on there. And sometimes old paper, so like newspaper or old boxes, is used to make new paper. So we have a paper bin that we put all our cardboard and paper in, and it is recycled. That means mashed up again like this and used to make some more paper. So we don't have to cut down lots and lots of trees. This sheet is flattened and then it's got to dry into paper. So here it's got water, it's made into a long flat sheet, and then it dries to make paper. And then paper from the paper mill is used in different ways. Some paper is cut into sheets like this. Sheets of paper that we use for drawing at school and we use in our printers. Some paper is used to make newspapers and books, like this book. Some paper goes to factories to make cardboard. And newspaper and this book are a bit different. This book is coated to make it shiny, and newspaper's a bit dull, isn't it? Paper is easy to cut and shape, and you can work with it. You can draw on it, which I'm going to do in a minute, and you can cut, which is what I'm going to do as well. And you can curl it, and you can stick it. So I know paper is useful, it really is. I don't think we would manage without paper books, paper to draw on, cardboard packaging. There are lots of different types of paper. We can write on it. It can be really strong like this box, and it can soak up water. We know it's made from wood, and paper is made at a paper mill. The paper can be cut into sheets, and it can be used to make boxes, books and newspaper. And it's also easy to cut and shape. What comes at the back of the book? It's the index. It's telling me all the things that I can find out, but it's in alphabetical order. The letter C in the alphabet comes before W. Cardboard, wood. That comes first, and it tells me the pages. What a lot I've learnt from that. Now, I have got a piece of paper here. It's a little bit stiffer than really thin paper, so it's like thin card. And on Friday this week it's going to be Chinese New Year, so I thought we could make a Chinese lantern to hang up at our windows to celebrate Chinese New Year. So I hope you're going to make this along with me. You need a piece of paper, scissors. I'm going to use a stapler, but glue is just as good. I've got glue. I have got some pens to draw on. I've got some little sequins, but you could use buttons. You could just decorate it with pens, or you could stick on bits of pasta, anything really that you've got at home. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out one thin strip from my paper like that. And that is going to be the handle for my lantern. I am going to fold it like this. And I'm going to make a really good fold like that. So I've folded it in half. Now I've got to cut, but I don't cut all the way across. I'm cutting from the fold to the edge, but I'm not quite touching the edge. Let's have a look. So I'm stopping before the edge. And I'm going to cut. Each one's going to be a little bit apart like that. There we are. I'm going to go right across, but I must remember that I don't cut off, otherwise I'll just end up with my paper lantern being in little bits like that. There we are. Going to carry on with that all the way, keeping my cuts as neat as possible and all in a line. There we are. So it's a bit like this at the moment. Now I'm going to open it up flat and I am going to decorate it. So I've got pens that I'm going to draw some little bits on. I've chosen red because for Chinese New Year, red is a lucky colour and is associated with Chinese New Year, but it doesn't matter what colour. I'm going to do some little swirls on there like that. I'll hold it up for you to see in a minute. So some nice little swirls. They're like little snails, these. And I think I'll do some spots. You can do anything that you like. You could do flowers, stripes. Got a few spots on there. I'm going to get some other colours. So that one was purple. I can't use any colours that are too pale because I don't think I'd see them. So I've got black. I'm going to do some little stars on here like this. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick on all my little sparkly gems. So I'll put some glue in different places on here, like that. And then I've got to find my favourite sparkly gems. So I'm going to have a look in here. Let's have a look what we can see. Ooh, a nice little sparkly blue leaf can go on there. Oh, and I've got a green shell. I've got to press these quite hard. I've got a little silver sequin that can go on. Press it on hard because these things do sometimes fall off. I've got a green circle. It's nice. And let's see what else. Oh, there's some gold ones in here. Gold, a gold leaf. It's nice. And I think I'll have another gold leaf because I do like that. Gold is another colour that we think of with Chinese New Year. Let me see what else I've got in here. Oh, I've got some little flowers. A blue one and a gold one. So at the moment I've got a decorated piece of cut paper. So what I've got to do now is I've got to remember that paper can be cut and it can be drawn on and it can be bent. So I'm going to bend it round like that. I'm using my stapler, but you can use glue. And I am going to staple it at the top. And so it goes all the way round. I'm going to see if I can staple a little bit in the middle, like that. This is a bit that you might need a grown-up to help you with. And if you haven't got a stapler, glue or sellotape is perfectly good. And then I've got to find my handle. Here we go. I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to staple again. And I'm just using a stapler because if I used glue, I'd have to leave it to dry for a while, and I want to be able to show you this. There we are. I have used my paper. I've cut it, I've drawn on it, I've bent it, and I've made a beautiful sparkly lantern. So, for Happy New Year in China, you say, Gung Hei Fa Choi, and I'm going to say that to you. And I'm going to hang this up at my window, ready for Friday's Chinese New Year celebrations. So have fun, take some photos of those, and have a look around your house at all the things that you can find made of paper or card, and take a photograph of those too. Take care, children. Bye.